My Life in Sport, Recorded Highlights by Dougie Donnelly, and that's me. If my life had worked out as I had planned all those years ago, I would probably now be a retired solicitor, spending my days playing golf, watching sport, and enjoying my grandchildren. I would never have broadcast on 7 Olympic Games, 3 World Cups, 3 Commonwealth Games, over 300 golf tournaments, and 33 consecutive Scottish Cup finals. I would probably never have walked on the Great Wall of China, climbed the Sydney Harbour Bridge, strolled across Red Square in Moscow, and visited close to 60 countries all over the world. I wouldn't have spoken at dinners in the House of Lords or on a North Sea oil platform, or interviewed an American president on stage at the Royal Albert Hall, or 3 of the Beatles. I certainly wouldn't be on first-name terms with some of the most famous sportsmen and women in the world, many of whom have become good friends. Lucky? You better believe it. And all this, and more, happened because a DJ didn't turn up at a student union disco one Saturday night in 1974. Chapter 1. Recorded Highlights. World Cup 1998. A familiar story. The Spanish referee blew his whistle on a warm Parisian afternoon, and the 1998 World Cup was underway. It was no surprise that Brazil, the defending champions and 4-time winners, were involved in the tournament's opening match, but thrillingly, their opponents on this great sporting occasion were Scotland. Standing in the TV gantry in Paris's Stade de France that famous afternoon, I breathed a sigh of relief. The 2-hour build-up to the kick-off had gone well, and even though I had been dealt a major shock earlier in the programme, we were ready to go. As planned, I had thanked my guests, Sally McCoist, Gordon Smith and Willie Miller, and handed over to Barry Davis, the BBC Network's commentator for the opening ceremony. But as the introductory music blared out in the stadium, there was only silence on the BBC Scotland feed. For reasons I never discovered, Barry's commentary was going to the rest of the UK, but not to the huge audience back in Scotland, waiting for one of the great occasions in our football history. Panic immediately broke out in the BBC Scotland control truck outside the stadium, as plugs and circuits between Paris and Glasgow were checked. But eventually I got the apologetic instruction in my earpiece. Dougie, you're going to have to commentate. I was only too well aware from previous Olympic and World Cup opening ceremonies that these huge extravaganzas featured a cast of...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?